For millions of students, the first person they see at school isn't their principal or a teacher. It's a school resource officer. The National Association of School Resource Officers estimates that there are over 10,000 SROs around the country, mostly in junior high and high schools. The duties of an SRO can vary from directing traffic in the school parking lot to being the first line of defense should there be a threat to students. There's no federal law that determines the training or responsibilities of SROs. It varies state to state and town to town, but that could soon change. In a study published by The Conversation, less than 3 weeks after a school resource officer stopped an armed teen who shot 2 students at a Maryland high school, lawmakers in Maryland voted to place law enforcement in schools statewide. The Maryland Safe to Learn Act of 2018 requires all public schools in Maryland to have a designated resource officer by 2019. Maryland's bill follows a similar law passed in Florida, and a number of local school districts nationwide are considering or have recently announced expanding law enforcement presence in schools. In the most recent school shooting at Santa Fe High School in Texas, 2 school resource officers were the first to confront the suspected shooter and were called heroes by the Galveston County Sheriff. And questions swirl over whether the school resource officer at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, failed to do his job when he remained outside as a student shot 17 people inside. Additionally, SROs can contribute to the use of exclusionary discipline, and some have been accused of using excessive force on students. In 2015, a sheriff's deputy in South Carolina was recorded flipping a student's desk and dragging her across the room. The female student's offense? Texting in class. That incident sparked a civil rights investigation by the Justice Department after the student was arrested for disturbing schools. Then there was this 2018 incident in Pasco County, Florida.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
These are just a few examples that happened to go viral and gained national attention. Many SROs act more as a liaison between local law enforcement and the community than as a threat to students. But with more SROs being placed in schools across the country, the debate over what role they should play in education heats up.